Hey guys, welcome back to another Rectum tutorial video. In this video, we're going to be going over the makerpen UI and everything you need to know about it. So, let's not waste any time, we're going to go into our watch, backpack, and use our makerpen. So to use makerpen, you want to flick up the makerpen so you're looking at the screen of the makerpen. Once you do that, it's obvious when you do because then everything shows up. So, when you first get to it, it's going to be on tools, since it's highlighted, that's how you know you're on tools. So tools, pretty self-explanatory, it's the tools of the makerpen. So, on the right hand side, you have your settings. On your left hand side, you have your tools, and on the very top, you have some information about the room, and in the middle, you just have some miscellaneous items. So let's go over the tools. So tools are pretty self-explanatory. Select create if you want to create an object. Select delete if you want to delete an object. Clone to clone or flip an object. Recolor to recolor an object. Move to move an object. Rotate. I'm sure you get the idea of it. So let's move over to here to the right hand side. As you can see, these are all the settings. Well, these aren't all the settings. If you want to see all the settings, we can go to general settings and show all settings. As you can see, there's a few settings. Let's just toggle some of them off so we can see them all at once. So there's a lot of settings. If you want me to go over them in a later video, let me know in the comments. But let's continue on with showing you guys throughout the UI. So on the very top, you have your ink usage, your CPU, net, and chip. The CPU, net, and chip involves circuits, and your ink is of course everything else. In the middle, sort of, well, right below that, it's still on the top, you have edit. If you want to edit a shape, such as this one, since there's multiple objects in it, you can now edit it. The background will fade, and now you can edit each individual shape. And then you can press done when you're done. So undo, undoes whatever you just did. Redo, redos your undo. Snapping, if we try and create, since it's on grid snapping right now, you can see this cube here stays on grid. If I turn on surface snapping, now it snaps to the surface of whichever you're pointing at. And snapping off, you can see that there's no snapping and it's completely natural however you use it. World space just involves grid pretty much. And show gadgets if you want to see your gadgets with your makerpen out or if you don't. Let's move to our palette. So our palette is one over from the tools. And so shapes. It's going to show you the shapes. These are where your shapes are. There's nothing much to show here. It's just these are shapes. Select whichever one you want to use. Swatches are your colors and of course your materials. And what's cool about these, so when you first open this, you're not going to have all these colors, but how you can make your own swatch is we can go here, select a color. Let's just do garnet. And material, let's just select shiny metal. You can change the size if you scroll down a little bit, and then after that you can delete a swatch here or restore a swatch. But right now we're gonna save this swatch as a new swatch. Yes, and as you can see, it appears right there. So moving in past that, here are your props. These are all Rec Room props, Rec Room built-in props. And yeah, you can scroll down. There's different categories. Nothing else much to explain here. You have your weapons, toys, sports, kitchen, furniture, dynamic, decor, creative, and all of them. Inventions, of course, show you inventions. Circuits here show you circuits. So if you want to see more of a category, such as circuits, because you definitely want to do this if you're working with circuits, you can press view more, and now they're no longer in a row. They're now all on one page, and you can just scroll down. To get back, you just press the back arrow twice, and now you're back. Circuit gadgets have everything from audio players, buttons, emitters, to invisible collisions, projectile launchers, rotators, seats, all the stuff you really need with circuits. And after that, you can scroll down, you can see more categories such as commonly used circuits, control flow circuits, economy, events, all the circuits you need. CV1 is next. This is the legacy circuits, which means it's the older circuits. So pretty much there's still going to be a few things that you could use here. If you scroll down to the very bottom, there's animation gizmos, clamps, and look at. These two are not in circuits yet, but hopefully they will be soon. As well as a few more things that aren't in circuits would be like the ambiance radio, checkpoints, object respawners, all those things. And other chips you can find here could be game chips, math chips, other chips. And that's it for the palette. Now into config. As you can see, when you press configure, there's nothing there because we need to go to our tools, select configure. Once you do that, your laser on your maker pen will become purple. All we're gonna do is select an object like that one, and then it's gonna automatically transfer us to our configure menu. This basically lets you configure the object. You can add roll restrictions, make it grabbable. As you can see, whichever hand you want the screen players to be when they pick it up. If it is grabbable, climbable, wall run, supports teleport, frozen. You can add tags. You can add a tag just by typing in something, just like hello. Press a button, the add button, just so it adds it. And there you go. We can remove the maker pen one just by pressing the X. So everything you need to configure an object can be found here. So our final topic for the day will be logging. Now, logging, a lot of people probably won't necessarily need to use this. However, I have two demonstrations here of why it might be useful. So logging pretty much logs most things in a room with different colors being different categories. Right now we're going to cover the red category, and it's going to involve circuits. So I have two circuits that don't work. Well, they're going to bring us errors, and the errors are going to be able to be seen on here. So if we press the button, you're going to hear that bad noise. That means something's wrong, there's an error or a null, something's not right. So if we look here in the logging, we can turn on timestamps, making timestamps orange, and you can see at that time, error, player is invalid. So now we know what we're looking for. And as you can see, there's no player name as a target, and so there's your fix. Another way there could be an error is with the top, you can run out of network heat. So let's go to our tools, select wire, and quickly wire this up. And as you can see, there's an error. And yeah, network heat is all the way up. You may be like, that might pass over your head, you might not say that immediately, but it's sending a lot of error messages. So as you can see, network out of heat. Now you know that you can't have as many circuits. But of course, you're probably not going to have something like this in a room. I just made this for a demonstration. And now we can see that stopped. If you want to clear your logging, press clear logs. And this isn't really part of the maker pen, it's a new addition to it. However, if you want to save a room or want quick access to a room, it's now in your maker pen. If you press this room, it automatically takes you to your room homepage, where you can save room, go to room settings, and do all that stuff. And that's everything for the maker pen. If you would like me to go more in depth with everything in regards to the maker pen, let me know, because this is more of just locating and finding your way around the maker pen, not as much as demonstrating what they do. If you want to see that in a later video, leave a like and make sure to comment which category you want me to go over. If it wants to be tools, palettes, circuits, all those, I'm up to doing it. Anyways, that concludes this tutorial video, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial video. Bye bye.